You know that feeling, right? You get this huge burst of motivation to make a big change in your life, only to find yourself right back where you started a few weeks later. Well, what if I told you the problem isn't you, but your approach? Today, we're going to dig into the powerful ideas from James Clear's Atomic Habits. So let's just paint a quick picture. You decide, that's it, I'm going to start going to the gym. You're excited, you're motivated, and then, after maybe 2 weeks, you just stop. Why does this seem to happen over and over again?
Okay, here's the core idea that pretty much changes everything. Your results have very little to do with your goals. Seriously, they have everything to do with your systems. You know, winners and losers often have the exact same goals. It's the system that makes all the difference.
So what does a good system even look like? Well, it starts by completely forgetting about making these massive, earth-shattering changes. The surprising truth is that real, lasting transformation comes from something much, much smaller.
Just imagine getting 1% better at something every single day. It seems like almost nothing, right? Barely even noticeable.
But this is where the magic of compounding kicks in. Over a whole year, that tiny 1% daily improvement doesn't just add up, it multiplies. You end up an incredible 37 times better than when you started. It's kind of like a plane changing its course by just a few degrees at takeoff. It's a tiny, almost unnoticeable shift, but it completely changes where the plane ends up. Your daily habits, they're the heading for your entire life.
Now this is the critical part. This is where most of us give up. We go to the gym for 2 weeks, we don't see a six-pack, and we get totally discouraged. We expect to see results right away, but habits, they work slowly, almost invisibly at first.
Think of it like trying to grow a bamboo tree. For 5 years, you water it every single day, and nothing happens. It feels like you're completely wasting your time. But what you can't see is that underground, it's building this massive root system. And then, all of a sudden, it just shoots 90 feet into the air in only 6 weeks. Your efforts are never wasted. They're just being stored. This period of invisible progress actually has a name. It's called the plateau of latent potential. The key is to not get discouraged when you're on this plateau. You just have to trust that you're building your root system and keep watering the bamboo. Your breakthrough is coming, I promise.
Okay, so now that we know why these small atomic habits are so incredibly powerful, let's dive into the mechanics of how they're actually formed in our brains.
Every single habit you have, doesn't matter if it's good or bad, from brushing your teeth to endlessly checking your phone, it follows this exact same 4-step psychological loop. There's a trigger, then a desire, then an action, and finally a reward that basically tells your brain, hey, that was good, let's do that again. The secret then is to deliberately engineer this loop. To build a good habit, you make the cue obvious, the craving attractive, the action easy, and the reward satisfying. And if you want to break a bad habit, well, you just flip it. Make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and totally unsatisfying.
All right, now we can take this a whole level deeper. Because, hacking the loop is about changing your actions. But what if we could change something even more fundamental? This next idea, this is the key to making change actually last.
Think of behavior change like an onion. It's got 3 layers. On the outside, you have outcomes. That's the results you want. In the middle are processes, the habits and systems you follow. And at the very core, you have your identity, what you truly believe about yourself. Most of us, we only focus on that outer layer.
We almost always start with what we want to achieve, right? I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to write a novel. These are all outcome-based goals.
But real sustainable change, it comes from the inside out. It starts by shifting who you believe you are. When you start telling yourself, I am a writer, your actions, like writing every day, will start to align with that new identity almost automatically. It's so powerful.
So the most important point is this. Stop focusing so much on the finish line and start focusing on becoming the type of person who crosses it. Every action you take is like casting a vote for the type of person you wish to become.
So, how do we start casting those votes for our new identity? Let's get really practical. Here are a few simple techniques you can start using, like right now.
This first one is a brilliant way to make a new habit obvious. You just piggyback it onto something you already do without even thinking. The formula is simple. After I do my current habit, I will do my new habit. For example, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will meditate for 1 minute. You're just using the momentum of an old habit to launch a new one.
This one is all about making it easy.
The goal isn't to master a new habit on day one, it's just to show up. So read before bed becomes read one page. Do yoga becomes take out my yoga mat. You just make starting so ridiculously easy that you can't say no.
You know, your surroundings have this huge impact on your actions, so design your environment for success. If you want to eat healthier, don't hide the fruit in the fridge, put a big bowl of it right on the counter. You want to practice guitar more? Don't keep it in the case, put it on a stand right in the middle of your living room. Make those cues obvious.
I love this story about a photography class that was split into two groups. The quality group was told they had to submit one single perfect photo. The quantity group, on the other hand, was told they'd be graded purely on the number of photos they took. So which group do you think produced the best photos in the end? Yeah, it was the quantity group. Why? Because while the quality group was stuck just theorizing about perfection, the quantity group was out there taking photos, experimenting, learning. They were getting their reps in.
And that's the whole lesson. Don't get stuck in motion, which is all the planning and strategizing. Get into action, which is actually doing the thing. You get better through repetition. Instead of trying to write one perfect article, just write 10 rough drafts. Just show up and do the work.
So it really all comes down to this. Every tiny action is a vote for the person you are becoming. It doesn't have to be some huge landslide victory. It just has to be a single vote. So the only question left is, what 2-minute action will you take today to cast that first vote for your future self?